Before we enter into the class, how are you all? How you are doing? How is your studies going on? See, in the previous lesson we have learned about different signs and symbols. Okay, the representation of map we have seen, is it? And today we are going to begin your geography class with a new lesson. It's scale and distance. Okay, what we are going to see today, the scale and distance. See, there are different elements of map. Okay, especially there are 5 elements of map. That is title, scale, north line, signs and symbols or legend and keys, and the grid system. Okay, these are 5 elements of a map. What is the use of these elements? These elements helps us to read and understand the map better. Okay, and title tells us about the topic of a lesson or the title of a lesson. For example, political map. Okay, which it shows the boundaries of countries, national borders, state borders and district borders. Okay, and scale that we are going to see in the class. Okay, scale, it shows the ratio between the two places, the places on the map and the actual distance on the ground, and the direction or the north line that shows important directions. There are 2 important directions, cardinal direction and intermediate directions. Okay, and these intermediate directions again divided into different directions, 8 main directions. And the next thing, you have already learned legend and keys, the different signs and symbols, the different colors that are used in the map, how these helps us to read the map better. Okay, and the last one is grid system. Grid system help us to locate the places. Okay, grid system made of 2 lines, horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, the horizontal lines are known as latitudes and the vertical lines are known as longitudes. Okay, and today we are going to see distance and scale. Okay, distance and scale. First, when we say scale, what is scale? Scale is the ratio between 2 places. Okay, the actual distance on the ground and the distance on a map. Okay, why we say scale? See, there are 3 important scales are there that helps us to measure. Okay, the 3 important scales are, the first one is the first one is verbal scale or statement. Okay, verbal or statement. And the next scale is linear scale or graphic or linear scale. Okay, and the third scale is representative fraction. Okay. What are the three types of scales used in the map? First one is verbal scale or statement. Second one is graphic scale or linear scale. And the third one is representative fraction. Now we are going to see the scale one by one. Okay. The first scale is verbal or linear scale. The verbal or statement. Okay, verbal or statement. What is this verbal scale and what is the speciality of this scale? The verbal scale shows in number. Okay, it shows in number. The verbal scale shows in number, and this scale is marked in units. Okay, it is marked in units. For example, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers. Okay. It shows in number. It is written in number and it shows the units. Okay. What is this unit? 1 centimeter is equal to 5 kilometers. For example, 5 kilometers on the ground is noted as 1 centimeter on a map. Okay, because the actual distance cannot be shown on a map. So the ground distance 5 kilometer is taken as 1 centimeter on a map. This is verbal scale or statement. Okay, because it is simply noted in statement. It is given in numbers. Did you understand? The next scale you are going to see is graphic or linear scale. Okay. Graphic or linear scale or the second type of scale used in the map. In the graphic scale or linear scale, the place is shown in a straight line. Okay, and the straight line will be divided into 5. Okay, this can be divided into 5 and each divisions will be 1 centimeter. Okay, the straight line will be divided into 5 parts and each part can be 1 centimeter. Okay, so each divisions will be 1 centimeter. When you come to the last division, last part of the division, this can be divided as again into 2 parts. Okay, so each division will be 5 millimeters. Okay, so for example 1 centimeter on a map 50 kilometers. The kilometers on the ground can be marked as 1 centimeter on a map. Okay, when it comes to the fifth part, it is divided into again 2. So 25 kilometers. One part shows 25 kilometers. Okay, and another part also 25 kilometers. How it noted on a map? It don't noted like 5 millimeters. Did you understand, children? This is the graphic or linear scale. Did you understand? And the third scale you are going to see is representative fraction. In representative fraction, the distance will be shown in a ratio wise. Okay. For example, the numerator and the denominator will be given. Okay. Numerator will be given as 1 and the denominator will be given as 50,000. Okay. So the 50,000 is denoted as 1:50,000 kilometers. So on the ground 50,000 kilometers will be noted as 1/50,000. It is representative fraction given in ratio method. Okay. So it is numerator and denominator will be given. Okay. Numerator will be given as 1 and the denominator will be given as 50,000. Okay. For example, 50,000 kilometers. How it is taken as? It is taken as 1:50,000 kilometers. Did you understand? So the 50,000 kilometers on a ground is taken as 1 kilometers or 1 centimeter on a map. Did you understand? So this is representative fraction. Did you understand? And the next thing you are going to see is distance. Okay. There are two methods in measuring distance. Okay. Distance you are going to see. Okay. There are two methods. Okay. When we see the map is the lines or the borders of a map is not with a straight line. In some places it will be curved area will be there and some area will be straight will be there. Okay. So how you measured this straight places or and the curved places? Okay. There are two methods are there. Okay. To measure straight line or straight areas. Okay. And the curved areas. How you will measure straight areas? Okay. To measure straight areas, what is used? To measure straight areas, scale is used. Okay, you can use the scale directly. Okay, for this only we are using 3 types of scale. Okay, based on its areas. Okay, and the next one is curved areas. How you will measure the curved areas? Curved areas like railway track, roads, rivers. Okay, and different other areas, different other features. Okay, how we are going to measure the curved line or curved areas, curved places? There are two important methods is there. Okay. Okay, how we will measure? There are two methods are there. The first one is divider method. And the second method is twine or string method. Okay, what are the two methods used to measure the curved features? One is divider method and another one is string method. And how you will measure the curved areas using divider method? For example, you have to take a divider and you have to keep the divider with a distance of 1 or 2 centimeters. Okay, and you have to keep the divider on a map. Okay, and you have to measure the curved areas. Okay, when you measure the curved areas on the map, you have to take different turns. Okay, and you have to calculate the turns, how many turns you are taking on the map, and that counting should be you have to keep the divider again on the scale after measuring the map. How many turns you have taken, that many turns you have to keep it on the scale. Okay, this can be measured on the scale after calculating it, after measuring on the map. Okay, you can use the scale in divider method to measure the or to find out the actual distance of a map and the ground. Did you understand, children? And the next method we are going to see to measure the curved area is string or twine method. Okay, in string or twine method, you have to take a string or a twine. Okay, you have to keep that two end or 2 point of the twine on a map. Okay, and these places you have to measure it. Okay, after measuring, what you have to do, you have to take the twine or the string which you measured on the map, you have to keep it on the scale again to find out the actual distance. Okay, and this can be calculated in inches. Okay, after measuring on the scale or on the map, what you have to do, you have to calculate it in inches. In this way you can measure distances. Okay, so in this class you have learned about 3 types of scale and 2 methods how to measure distances. Okay, what are the 3 types of scales you have seen? You have seen 3 types of scale like verbal scale or statement, graphic or linear scale, and representative fraction. Okay, and the distance, measuring distance, you have seen 2 methods, how to measure the straight line and how to measure the curved line. Okay, on the map. To measure the straight line, what you have to do, you have to use scale. Okay, to measure straight line, you have to use scale on the map. To measure the curved line, 2 methods are there. One is divider method and another one is string or twine method. Did you understand, children? So using this divider method and string method, you can find out the actual distance on the ground and the distance on a map. In this way you can measure the actual distance on the ground and the distance which is given on a map. Did you understand? We will see you in the next class, and next week you will be having class test. So prepare well and be ready for the test. Thank you, children.